What's the first line?
The first line is, but a premature introduction will destroy the podcast.
Okay, Peter, since you're going to be speaking last, you
Yeah,
want to
I'll
do
get
this one?
Okay.
Yeah, I'll get it.
Okay.
I forego my line.
But a premature introduction will destroy the podcast.
Deal with it.
Welcome to the podcast. I'm Melina.
I'm cool.
And I've used up my one line for this episode.
And welcome, one and all, to yet another Halo episode. Can you tell I like this franchise? Can you tell? Can you guys tell? Anybody? Today, we're going to be talking about Halo 3. The third one.
The third one? There were 3 of them?
There were I mean, there's more of them, but at the time
there were 3 of them.
There were 3 of them, and then they made more of them.
No, there can't be more than 3 of something.
And you have no idea.
Next, you're gonna tell me there's 4 of them.
Oh, there's not. There's 6. One of which completely forego the numbers.
Yeah.
But we're not going to worry about it. But yes, today we're talking about Halo 3. We had a bit of a break between 2 and 3 because of Halo ODST, which takes place in between the 2. But it don't got nothing to do with Chief. So, just for a quick little recap for everybody here, in 2, Master Chief in Covenant Holy City, Mr. Choif in the Covenant Holy City gets on the fucking Ark thingy in the middle of the city.
I misheard you as the Covenant Holy Silly.
The Covenant Holy Silly. No, the Covenant Holy City. He gets in the Forerunner ship they have in the middle of their very large city. And then he fucking books it in there, leaves Cortana on the thing, which is being run with flood, by the way. And at the end of the game, Lord Hood, the in charge man, he finds out that Master Chief's on the Ark ship they're about to shoot down, and he's like, Master Chief, you mind telling me what you're doing on that ship? And Master Chief goes, sir, finishing this fight. And that's where we leave off. So 3. 3 starts with a little monologue from Cortana. I'm gonna try not to recap like the entire thing verbatim. We're gonna try to actually
be less accurate.
I'm gonna try my best to actually summarize and not just retell the whole fucking thing word for word.
We don't summarize here. We just talk about the plot very loosely, and that's the end of the recording.
Yeah. That's what podcasts are supposed to be.
Listen, Halo 3's got a lot of words. That ain't gonna fit in 2 hours. Anyway, so Cortana starts with a little speech, where she sort of starts talking about how they let her pick who she wanted to be in the head of, whichever Spartan she wanted, she could choose. And you know,
everything the test tubes are connected to, that is your kingdom.
What about that shadowy place over there?
This is Spartan 2s.
Just don't think about it.
Wait, Master Chief's a Spartan 2. What do you mean?
Sorry, this is Spartan 1s.
Oh my god. But yeah, so she's talking about this, and you know, like, and she's like, yeah, I did my research, watched you become good soldier, but, and you know, like the others, you were strong and swift and brave and natural leader, but according to Cortana, Master Chief had one thing that all the other Spartans didn't have at all, and she was the only one who noticed. What was it? You know what it is?
A giant eyeball in the center of his forehead.
No. Peter?
The name Master Chief.
The
Name Master, middle name John, last name Chief.
terrible guesses, horrifically inaccurate, but no. Luck. He had luck.
He was lucky.
He was a lucky son of a bitch.
That seems hard to quantify.
It probably is, but she did it, I guess. Corn 10 can quantify luck. Cannon.
Can quantify luck. Good for her.
Good for
Good for her indeed.
And then you know, while this is happening, we can see the burning Forerunner ship in the atmosphere, and we see this little tiny piece break off of it and slowly come careening down into the jungle, and then slam into it as hard as it fucking can. We cut.
This is not a problem.
This is not a problem. We cut to daytime. It's daytime now, and Johnson and his boys are here to pick up the Master Chief, who, for some fucking reason, jumped out of the goddamn Forerunner ship and crash landed into the middle of the jungle.
That's normal Mr. Choice activity.
like a goddamn meteor.
Like a goddamn meteor.
And they're all like,
That's just the average mystery chaff. Series.
Mister. You know, everybody's like, well, damn. He's just here. It's revealed that he fell about 2 kilometers.
Perfectly normal at the height of fall.
Yes. And
Eminently survivable for most other people.
and you know, Johnson's like, buddy, what's going on with him? And then one of his buddies is like, I don't know, man. I mean, the gel layer of the armor probably could have taken most of the impact, but I might be dead.
He did
Maybe
it for the vines.
He did. Sergeant Johnson then proceeds to just sort of disappointedly go, radio for VTOL, heavy lift gear. We're not leaving him here. Because Master Chief weighs a ton, literally. And then the Master Chief does the ooga booga and grabs Sergeant Johnson's arm and is like, no, you're not leaving me here. I am alive. And Sergeant Johnson, in his beautiful Sergeant Johnson way, goes, crazy fool, why do you always jump? One of these days you're gonna land on something as stubborn as you are, and I don't do bits and pieces. Johnson then asks where the fuck Cortana is. Master Chief's like, I'm the thing. She's on the
Master
thing
Chief's
still.
like, who's Cortana?
Who is Cortana? Who are you? It gets horrible brain damage from falling 2 kilometers.
I mean, you should have so many concussions, although.
He's fine. He's fine. But yeah, so Johnson's like, where's Cortana? And Master Chief's like, still at the city. Chose to stay up there. threw me on the Forerunner ship. And then the game does that thing it always does where it's like you look up and you look down and you look left and you look right and you like these settings. Yeah, great, cool. Keep playing the game then. And then the best character appears from invisibility. Arbiter.
He's been here the whole time.
He's been here the whole time. He uncloaks himself, and the Master Chief, not being updated on the situation, is like, "You motherfucker!" Sprints up to the Arbiter, puts a gun in his mouth, just in it, and she's like, is about to pull the trigger, and Johnson's like, "Stop! Stop! He is friend-shaped! Just stop it!"
Looks at all the sharp, pointy bits.
It's friend-shaped. And Master Chief's like...
Ain't no friend of mine is shaped like that.
Puts his gun down. And Johnson's like, "We got enough to worry about without you two trying to kill each other." And Arbiter's like, "Were it so easy?" He said the thing. He said the thing. He said the thing. Guys, he said the thing. The two have a bit of a staring contest, and then Arbiter's like, "We gotta go. Brutes are gonna find us." Johnson's like, "Well, they must love the smell of green," and gives they gives Master Chief his gun, and Master Chief rather upsetly takes it because he was denied the slaughter of another elite. And then you go through the jungle. You start going through the jungle. You're in Africa.
Jungle?
You're in Africa. You landed in Africa. Most of this game takes place in Africa. You're running around Africa in the jungle, and in the jungle there's brutes and grunts and jackals, and you fight them. You fight.
And you have a gun, so you know what to do.
You have a gun and an Arbiter. You have Johnson for a little bit, then Johnson's like, "We just split up. This has never gone wrong ever."
And then Johnson's like, "I've got other things to do."
You do this. I'm gonna go over here and do this thing. So anyway, Johnson gets captured.
Horror movie rules don't apply to the military. There's no such thing as a military horror movie. Ignore all the ones that exist.
Yeah. Definitely don't exist.
Ignore Alien.
Ignore Alien. Just ignore that.
I mean, you should ignore Alien because it's not a military alien horror movie. It's they're working on like an industrial space probe or something. Ignore Predator.
Ignore Predator.
Doesn't Alien eventually become military? I don't know. I never watched any of them.
I think in the second movie they do. Yeah, they do work with the military.
I know this because in Halo there's a reference that it's a military thing. I don't have a problem. You have a problem. Anyway. So you go through the jungle. Johnson gets captured. Your new mission is to get Johnson uncaptured. You're going through the jungle. You're going through the jungle. You're going through the jungle. You get to a cliff. You get to a cliff. The Arbiter's like, "Look! It's Johnson. They're throwing him in a room." And it's not a rubber room, and it doesn't have rats in it. It's a cement room, and it's got a shield in it.
Wow, that's not better.
No.
Crazy.
So you jump off the cliff, as you do. Fight everybody, or in my case, run past most of them, except the one with the gravity hammer. I'm gonna take that immediately and then kill anybody who's in front of me because it's fun. You get to the room, you get to Johnson. He's all like, "We're even. As long as we're only counting today. And then more Covenant show up. And it's like, oh, fuck. And you're fighting the Covenant, and you're fighting the Covenant. And then a big ship. A big pelican comes out and is like, I'm gonna blow up the ships. And the Covenant's like, warg? And then they get blown up.
The Covenant's like, what?
Warg? And then you get in the Pelican, and the Pelican takes you to a military base.
Oh, really? The military thing takes you to a military base?
Yes.
I never could have guessed.
Yes.
You're gonna think what comes next is even crazier then.
What comes next is you go in there and holy shit, it's Commander Keys. Commander Keys is here. You remember her? She was a cool lady. She's a cool lady.
Yeah.
She's a cool lady. She's cool. Anyway, y'all go
I
into
just remember her not being a cool lady.
She was a cool lady. What do you mean?
I thought she was the one who made the Spartans out of suffering. Or
No,
something
that's
like that.
Halsey.
No.
That's Dr. Halsey. Dr. Halsey's the one that sucks. Commander Keys is fucking rad. Commander Keys is Captain Keys' daughter, and Captain Keys is the captain of the first ship in the first game, and she's a commander of the next ship in the next game, and she's also here because her ship blew up in the second one. This family.
Support women. I do support women's wrongs, but not specifically Halsey's wrongs.
No. Something about this Keys family and crashing large ships and objects. Noticing a pattern now that I think about it.
The pattern's supposed to be like that.
Well, hey, no, it's not a pattern yet. It hasn't happened 3 times, has it?
It can't.
With 3 different keys.
There's no more family. There's no
Well,
more keys.
then it can't be a pattern,
It
can
can never be a pattern.
It can only be a coincidence.
I don't know, maybe there was a Grandpa Keys once that fucking slammed his
Grand
airplane into something. Maybe there was
Paul Keys crashed his yacht.
Yeah, because it does have to be a ship still.
He crashed his yacht into like a harbor. Like, oh dang!
Dagnabbit!
Pats Captain Keys as a boy on the head. Now remember, kiddo, don't ever crash your ships into things. It ain't gonna end well.
Don't drink and drive, sonny.
Don't drink and drive, little Keys. Keys Jr.
Keys is not their last name.
Yeah, it's just a string of first names.
It is a family tradition to call all our kin Keys.
Every single child you have is named Keys. First name Keys, not Keys Jr. Not like then the second, definitely not the third or fourth. No, just Keys.
Just
Each and every one of them.
Dad, it's amazing. I had a baby. Oh, really? Well, you gonna name him Keys? Well, I don't know about that, Dad. Is a girl. I don't care what gender it is. You named it Keys. And so it was.
And so it was. So it will always be.
Till the end of time.
Until the end of time.
Anyway. Commander Keys is here. And she's like, man, so like the Covenant found Earth. It hasn't been fun. As you can see by the many injured people we're walking past while I'm talking to you, John, Chief Man 7. You got
Jonathander.
Jonathander. You got a room. Go to the room. There's a room. It's got a big TV. Got a big TV. I was like, we got a message from Lord Hood. We got a message from Lord Hood, and Lord Hood's like, holy shit, is that the Master Chief? And then the Master Chief's like, yeah, I'm alive. And the Lord Hood's like, awesome. Well, now that you're here, I'm pretty confident we're gonna win. And then he gets cut off. He gets cut off by the Prophet of fucking Truth. Prophet of fucking Truth hacked the goddamn TV.
I've come to make an announcement.
I've come to make an announcement.
It's the glitch. You're right, Peter.
This is also the first time we hear the Prophet of Truth in this game, which, fun little fact, not the same voice actor. Different voice actor. They changed voice actors from 2 to 3, and the one in 3 is Scottish. So I like him better.
Good for him.
For obvious reasons. Because Scottish. And it's like, he's trying to not be Scottish, but sometimes you can hear it. And that makes it even better.
We're not biased on the Trope Troupe podcast.
I've never been less biased in my entire life.
I've never been more biased in my entire life. Towards the sky.
But anyway, yeah, so the Prophet of Truth hacks the TV, and he's like, you are, all of you vermin, cowering in the dirt, thinking, what, I wonder, that you might escape the coming fire? No, your world will burn until its surface is but glass, and not even your demon will leave to creep, blackened from its hole to mar the reflection of our passage, the culmination of our journey, for your destruction is the will of the gods, and I am their instrument. And then that power turns back on. he's having a moment. Prophet of Truth having a moment. Everybody's like, okay, so that's a problem. And then a bit of a silly thing happens, which to this day I don't know why. Where they, you know, it's Halo, they gotta have their cool moments. And you know, Commander Keyes is dramatically walking up the stairs, and she's cocking a pistol back, and one of the Marines is like, ma'am, squad leaders are requesting a rally point, where should they go? And Commander Keyes goes, to war. You know?
And the soldier looks at it. What?
Well, okay, that's not the silly part. As I mentioned, she goes up the stairs. The second the cutscene ends, she turns back around and goes back down the stairs.
Forgot about that.
And it's like, why? Why did you go up the stairs? Did you just do it entirely to do the cool thing and then you went back down?
Commander, are you okay?
To war. Goes back up the stairs.
Commander!
To war. Goes back down the stairs. She's just busted.
Her neural relay is looping just like her dear old dad.
This was one of the first levels where I realized that in 3, if you accidentally kill enough people, everyone will just kill you. I thought that when I was a child, I thought that was but a fun little thing in Combat Evolved. I was wrong. I learned this because me and my dad were fighting over a skull in the room, because there's a skull in that room, fun fact, if anybody didn't know that already. And we were fighting over it. And so many people ended up in the crossfire that we started getting shot at, and we're like, wait, no, I'm sorry. But anyway, so basically what the Prophet of Truth just said there is, we fucking know you're in the underground base, we're gonna get you. We're coming to get you. Me when I fucking get you.
Me when I fucking get you.
Me when I fucking get you. But anyway, so they're like, Master Chief, you gotta go help the people fight and stuff. And Master Chief's like, okay. Arbiter's also there, unless you're playing solo. Then he shows up later, but we'll just do
he's like implied to be there, I'm pretty sure, but
he's
not,
there,
like,
but he
present.
like splits away. He splits away from you if you're playing solo, but he's with you if it's co-op, because it's co-op, and in co-op you get to play as the Arbiter the whole time, and I fucking love it. But yeah, so you go through the facility, you fight Covenant, you fight some drone bug boys, lots of them in the one room. Which, another fun fact, if you feel like it, there's a soldier that's like telling you, you gotta go this way, and he can get picked up by a bug unless you shoot it first, and then you save him.
Oh, save people.
You can just let him get picked up too, that's fine.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Already killed so many other people. What's just one guy?
It's just one guy. But yeah, so you're running around. You're doing the thing. And you're basically just running around the facility killing Covenant. There's one point where you get to the hangar of the base, where people are trying to evacuate, but the Covenant are coming in, and it's like, we gotta stop them, or we can't get these people that are injured out. That's gonna suck if we can't do that. So Master Chief goes around, murders swaths of Covenant in this room. You get them all. The Pelican comes in, gets all the people. Hooray! And then Commander Keys and Johnson are like, yo, come back to the main room. We got a sick thing we want to show you. So you fight your way back to the main room. And it's just like, you see this giant fucking device with wires on it, and you're like, what the hell is this? And Commander Keys is like, it's a bomb. We're gonna blow it up. We're gonna blow up the building. And you're like, damn.
Blow the place up, man.
Damn, okay. So oh my god.
Perfectly sane and reasonable response, I think.
So anyway, you go.
It is war.
It is.
She went to it.
Yeah, yeah, so anyway, after you're shown the bomb, Johnson's like, come here, you. So he takes you up to a door, and he's like, hey, so like the brutes sort of took the barracks. That's where like most of our guys are. Could you like make sure they're not dead and kill all the brutes in there? And the Master Chief's like, okay. So you go to the barracks and you fight some brutes and you kill the brutes and you maybe save the soldiers depending on how good you are at it. And once you've done that, you leave the room. You go and and then Johnson's like, fuck. You hear on the comms a bit of a problem because bless you.
I'm sorry for all the sneezing. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I don't have like a mute button. I can't.
Anyway, Johnson's like, well, fuck. Commander Keys, and Commander Keys is like, yeah, what's up? And he's like, so they took the bomb room, and Commander Keys is like, they took the what room? So now you gotta go turn the bomb back on, because they turned the bomb off.
I think you might be more familiar with that as the war room, because it's the room she went to war in.
Yes. You kick down the door, kill all the Coven in there, and then you hit the on button, and then it's like, well, now I gotta sprint to an elevator, or I'm gonna get fucking blown up. So you sprint to the elevator.
Survive atmospheric re-entry, but not exploded.
Yes.
Master Chief has a very particular set of skills.
His build is luck based. It only works so many times.
Build is luck based.
That's what Cortana said.
Cortana doesn't actually detect luck. She just was the one assigning everyone skill points and just chose to dump all of his into luck.
Yeah, which is why he lucked into being the protagonist.
Yeah. Yeah, so you get in the elevator. You hit the elevator button and the elevator starts to go down, even further down. And you get this weird moment where you can see Cortana. You can see Cortana, you can see her face on your screen. Kind of glitchy, kind of weird. And she's like, "This place will become your home. This place will become your tomb." And as she's saying this, the bomb goes off, and a fucking pillar of fire comes down upon you in the elevator. And the elevator falls. When you come to, you're even further underground. But you're even further underground with a bunch of other soldiers and
Master
a room.
Chief. Sorry.
Master Chief.
Oh, yeah.
Master Chief.
Master Chief, what are you doing so far underground, sir? Sliding down the slide.
We.
Sir, it's a slippery slope.
Sir, it's a slippery slope.
I lost my footing on the slippy.
Sir, I slippy.
Sir, I threw up.
But yeah, so elevator fall down. You wake up a bunch of soldiers and a bunch of warthogs. So many warthogs. You get in one. You fill it with marines. You open the door to the caves. There's caves. You gotta go through the caves. You go through the caves and you get to the surface. You're outside in Africa.
You're still in Africa.
You're still in Africa. And you go. You're basically trying to figure out where to go. You're just sort of going through killing Covenant. And everybody's like, "Gee, everything's gone to shit."
That's almost like this is a Halo game.
Yeah. So then you hear oh god, where am I? What happens after that? Help me.
I don't remember.
No, not you.
I'm even less help here.
Not you.
Peter, make something up.
Anyway, you get to the highway, the Savo highway. While you're on Savo Highway, a giant fucking Covenant cruiser flies over. Just so you understand the scale of what you're dealing with. This thing blocks out the sky, not the sun, the sky. Once you get through the remains of Tsavo Highway, the Commander Keyes is like, finally, a decent connection.
Me trying to coordinate things on Discord.
And through all of the chatter on the comms, which has been very scattered, you basically learn that you know how an ODST the ODSTs mentioned the Covenant ship seemed like they were digging a hole out of the city that they just blew up. Well, in 3, they realize they trying to dig up some Forerunner bullshit that's under the city, and that's bad, and it has something to do with that ship, that Forerunner ship that Master Chief crash landed from. Also bad, not good. So in the midst of these realizations, Sergeant Johnson is like, get to the town of Boy. You gotta get to the town of Boy. You gotta get there. So you make your way to the town of Boy. There's a bunch of brutes in the way of your travel to Voy, I guess.
Master Chief does an Indiana Jones.
Kills him.
He shoots a guy because he's got constipation.
What?
No, he treks, goes on a journey.
And then he kills a bunch of brutes, and then that level ends. You get to see the Covenant carving the hole some more. So then we cut to a new area. We cut to Voy. Now you're in Voy. You made it to Voy, but you have a convoy with you in Voy. Funny
wordplay.
Funny wordplay. And, you come in warthogs, and you go in a building. You go in a building full of Covenant. You gotta beat up the Covenant. Gotta kick shit out of the Covenant.
Business as usual.
Yeah. So this level is basically you're fighting anti-air. That's it. That's the whole thing's anti-air. Anti-air tanks, anti-air guns, banshees. Everything's shooting at the sky and not you. So you gotta sneak behind it and go, bitch, and then blow it up. Oh, I will. Hold on. My father didn't know I was recording. How dare he? Anyway. Where was I? Anti-air. Anti-air all over the goddamn place.
It's just like Helldivers.
So
I should call this game Halo Divers.
Halo Divers.
No, that'd be silly.
So yeah. So yeah, you're going around. You're fighting the anti-air. And then yeah, something big picks up on the radar. And you're like, the fuck is that? The fuck is that? Why can't I see it? There's a scarab. There's a scarab. You're fighting a scarab, but this ain't like the scarab in 2. It's not on a set path. It is here. It sees you. It's going for you. It's shooting lasers at you, so you gotta kick its legs. You gotta kick its legs with rockets, and then get in it and shoot its heart to death. And it'll explode. And once you've done that...
It's a little dramatic.
I mean, okay. Here's a fun fact. So The Scarab in 2 is just a machine, right? It's this big machine that's piloted by 2 fucking elites. You get in it, you kill the pilots, it stops working. The Scarabs in 3 are essentially what would happen if you took 100 hunters and mashed them together. Because hunters are made of little worm boys.
Well,
The Halo 3
stated this fact.
the Halo 3 Scarabs are full of little worm boys. There is no pilot. It is the pilot.
There is no pilot. It is worms.
It is worms.
It's just little guys all the way down.
Yeah, it's just little guys.
I can't believe those big guys are actually little guys.
Always has been. Wait, the Scarabs are just worms? Always have been.
Inside you, there are 2 worms. One of them a scarab, the other one is inside of an apple.
But yeah, so you fight the Scarab, you kill the Scarab, and you go. You keep going. You push another thing on your feet, on your little tootsies, and you push through a factory, basically. A factory full of brutes and hunters and all this stuff. You get out of the factory. Worms. You get out of the factory. There's more brutes. You fight them. You go, and you technically have some options here. The game doesn't expect you to have options here, but you do. So your end goal here is this giant anti-air gun. It's this huge gun. It's just shooting stuff out of the sky all over the place, and you have to kill it. It's got this thing on the bottom of it, kind of like a power core, but it overheats. So in order to let it cool the fuck down, similar to like a plasma gun in this game, it just sort of releases steam by opening the compartment and letting it out. So typically what you would normally do, because this thing's on a hill, so you run up the hill, you kill all the Covenant that are on the hill, you get to the thing, you shoot the thing a bunch of times where the steam comes out, and then it explodes. That's not how I do it.
No,
because at the bottom of that hill, there's a sniper rifle. And that little steam bit is very much in view of you down there. So you just take the sniper rifle and you just shoot that a bunch, and it still blows up. Technically not how you're supposed to do it, because the cutscene that follows has you at the top of the hill. But a valid way to do it.
Is it a faster way of doing it?
Yes, because you don't have to fight all the Covenant. You can just shoot it from a distance, and then it blows up, and then you don't have to deal with them at all. Because, fun fact, you are so far out of their range that even if they do start shooting you, they're more likely to miss than not. But they probably won't even shoot at you. They'll probably just see the sniper shots going in the gun is like, well, see nobody. I don't know what to do about that, boys. But anyway, it blows up. And what proceeds to happen is weird. It's weird. So basically, Truth's in the Forerunner ship that I mentioned, and it's trying to take off. It's trying to do the thing. Now, something I forgot to mention is that at this point, these people think that this this is the arc. The thing mentioned in 2 that can activate all the rings at once. So you can see why they're being a little desperate to stop him.
I'm sure this is fine.
Yeah. So they have all kinds of large UNSC ships just floating in atmosphere, shooting the shit out of this thing. It doesn't do anything. What happens is a giant wormhole sphere thing appears above the ship, and then a blast happens. This huge blast knocks Master Chief back, Arbiter back, everybody back, including the ships. Even the ships are sort of like, and when things become visible again, the ship is going up into the wormhole. Hood's on the radio like, what the fuck just happened? Did they activate the rings? And Commander Key's like,
are we all dead? Is this hell?
Yeah, and Commander Keys is like, I don't think so. It seems like it's just a portal.
Pretty temperate for hell.
Pretty temperate for hell. Oh, don't worry, it's about to not be, because after this, another portal opens up, unrelated to what's happening, with a Covenant ship crash landing in the distance. But this ship is not a normal Covenant ship. It is absolutely covered in flood.
This is fine.
And the Arbiter's like, what is it, more brutes? And Master Chief just goes, worse. Because it's the flood! The flood landed on Earth! Oh fucking god! Yeah, so
Everything's fine.
everything's fine. Everything's fine. So this is one of the flood levels, because the flood's here. Oh no! Yippee! Yippee! So yeah, basically. So basically, you're going in there and you're like, oh, fuck, I gotta fight the flood. So you go and you fight the flood because you kind of have to, or they're gonna spread across the planet and kill everyone. They're killing basically everyone in your little area. You got the standard. You've got the Marines trying to fight and then inevitably getting consumed into the hive mind. You've got one guy in a corner like, oh, they're all infected. Having a fucking freak out. You've got the swaths of flood, which can easily outrun you. And all of this is happening. But at some point in all of this chaos, you hear from a little bird that, like, Cortana might be in the ship. Cortana might be in the ship that crash landed, and Master Chief's like,
are there Cortana hallucinations?
That isn't from a Cortana hallucination. I think it might be Johnson and someone else, maybe. I don't fully remember. I run through these. Somebody tells you Cortana's in there. And of course the Master Chief's like, blue lady! I gotta get the blue lady! I promised the blue lady. I get the blue lady.
I made a promise to the blue woman.
I made a promise to the blue woman and I has to keep.
He doesn't call me stud muffin for nothing. Hoorah!
Complete out of character line. The Arbiter's just like, huh? What the fuck?
What are you talking about?
What is a stud muffin?
What is a muffin?
What is a muffin? No time to explain, Art. Quarantine needs their stud muffin.
Master Choice is having a strong.
Stumbles into the crash site.
Falls.
So anyway, you fall into the crash site.
Like a brick.
You fall into the crash site not before the badassly named elite ship Shadow of Intent shows up. I love Halo's ship names. I love all of them. Up to 3. I love all of them. Anyway, yeah, so they show up and they're like, this is Shadow of Intent. I'm here to kick ass. So you get help from all the elites. And you get down, you jump into the crash site, you climb into the ship, you go through all of the debris, and you see this thingy on a elevated piece of flood flesh, I guess. You walk up to it, you look, you're like, what the heck is this thing? And guess who fucking shows up?
Grave.
No.
Mind grave.
No. Peter, I want you to guess.
Halsey.
No.
Man,
I was just assuming things got worse before they got better.
343 Guilty Spark.
Sherlock
This
Holmes.
bastard. 343 Guilty Spark descends from the sky and is like, oh, hi, let me fix that. And then Master Chief's obviously like, no, fuck you. You tried to kill me.
Everything.
You tried to kill Cortana and me. And they're... Oh, I love it. And the Guilty Spark's just like it's just like, I was simply following protocol. You were trying to destroy my installation. You did destroy my installation. But I'm past that. Now I know that I have to help you.
I was just doing my job, man.
Yeah, I was just doing my job, but now I have only one purpose, which is to help you. So let me repair the thingy. So we cut to the Shadow of Intent interior. And Guilty Spark's like, I'm trying to fix it. And I fixed it. 343 fixes it, and it's not Cortana, but it's a message from Cortana. It's a pretty jumbled message, but it's not jumbled enough where that would be a problem. So what does she say exactly?
I'm trying to remember what happened.
No, I'm just trying to remember what she said exactly. Okay, she's like, so her message says, Chief, High Charity, the Prophet's Holy City is on its way. Oh man, this is the conversation I just said. There we go. High Charity, the Prophet's Holy City is on its way to Earth with an army of flood. I can't tell you everything. It's not safe. The Gravemind, it knows I'm in the system. But it doesn't know about the portal where it leads. On the other side, there's a solution, a way to stop the flood without firing the remaining Halo rings.
Yay!
Which is a big whoop-de-doo. Because so far, that's been the only solution. She gets a little bit of a shock, or the AI equivalent of a shock. And she's like, hurry, Chief, the Ark, there isn't much time. The recording stops. And then we get one of my most favorite interactions in this entire game between Shipmaster and Lord Hood. Guilty Spark apologizes for the recording being a little meh. And Shipmaster's like, no matter, Oracle, we have heard enough. Our fight is through the portal with the brutes and the bastard truth. And all the elites are like, woo. And Lord Hood is like, fine, will remain here. Hold out as long as we can. Shipmaster's response to this is, did you not hear? Your world is doomed. A flood army, a grave mind, has you in its sights. You barely survived a small contamination. And Lord Hood gets mad. He's like, and you, shipmaster, just glassed half a continent. Maybe the flood isn't all I should be worried about. Shipmaster says, one single flood spore can destroy a species. Were it not for the Arbiter's counsel, I would have glassed your entire planet. Getting a little heated in here.
Really?
Yeah.
I can tell.
Commander Keys is like, sir, with respect, Cortana has a solution, and Lord Hood still upset. Cortana? Did you not see her condition? How damaged she is? She could be corrupted for all we know. Her solution could be a flood trap. And you know, they're also having an argument, and Keys is like, we gotta go through the portal and find out, and Lord Hood is like, we gotta have our last stand here. We're gonna die.
We're gonna die.
Lord Hood is like, we gotta understand that this is humanity's final stand, and we have to stand our ground, and we might have a chance. And the Arbiter responds to this by saying, no, if your construct is wrong, then the flood has already won. So everybody basically coaxes Lord Hood into going through the portal. Even though he's a little unhappy about it. But he does it. He lets him do the thing. And the next half of the cutscene is basically them preparing to go through the portal, where we get some fun scenes like the like Johnson taking the elite's weapons, and the Arbiter taking the Marines' weapons, and all of them being like, what? But my gun! I want to use my guns. I don't want to use their guns.
I think my gun's the better gun.
My
It's
gun's
better
the
at gunning.
My gun better.
My gun can beat up your gun.
My gun can beat up your gun. But yeah, so all this prep happens, and they go through the portal. They go through like the insane people they are. Yet another one of my favorite lines occurs here. Brute ships, staggered line, shipmaster, they outnumber us 3-1. Shipmaster's response, then it is an even fight. And so they go down to the Ark's surface.
Wow.
Yeah, in a pelican, and they go and they land on the surface. And once you get out of the surface, fun fact, if you look straight up into the sky, you can just see the Milky Way. You are no longer in the galaxy.
This is fine.
You are just outside of it. So welcome to the sniper mission. You get to snipe things. That's basically...
Yeah, you're outside the Milky Way, so you can snipe things within the Milky Way.
Yes, clearly.
It is the sniper mission of all time.
It is the sniper mission of all time. Unfortunately, you're not sniping things in the Milky Way. You're sniping things that are on the Ark that are Covenant, and they want to kill you, but you could kill them first. What proceeds to...
Talented murder.
So, yeah, so you go, and you're walking on foot, you're shooting things. And does happen. Right. So basically they're trying, okay, I remember the point of this level now. You're trying to find somewhere where the Forward Unto Dawn can land. Forward Unto Dawn is the massive ship, by the way. You're trying to find a clear an LZ where they can land. You're not having a lot of luck. You keep encountering Covenant after Covenant after Covenant. So you eventually run into another squadron of Marines that have a crashed Pelican. And ask them, like, and no, don't ask them, tell them. The Marines tell, what is this wording? Oh, okay, yeah, right. I think I sprint through this one the most, so I have no idea what's happening. I listened to no dialogue in this segment. Yes, so the Marines basically are like, oh, we know a good LZ, but we can't get to our vehicles because the Covenant keep killing us. And so you kill the Covenant and you get everybody on their vehicles and you go and you drive through this labyrinth of sand and Covenant.
Labyrinth of Sand and Covenant is the name of something. Trying to come up with a joke fast enough. I'm ashamed of myself.
Yeah, so you get to the LZ they're talking about, and there's a ton of anti-air. You take care of it. And then what proceeds to happen is the Forward Until Dawn, this massive Mac round wielding ship, fucking comes in. And a fun fact about this, if you are not hiding behind a fucking rock, some remains of a goddamn wraith you blew up before are gonna come and smack you in the face at Mach 10 and you're gonna die instantly.
This is fine. It's fine and normal.
I've had it happen before. Hilarious. So anyway, Forward Until Dawn sort of hovers here and brings down a bunch of tanks and warthogs that you can use at your disposal. The level expects you to use a tank. I try to take the warthog usually, but sometimes I take the tank just because it's fun.
Listen, you don't do that, do you?
No, not usually. Not unless I'm having way too much trouble with the level than I should be, and then I'm like, okay, fine, I'll take the tank. But anyway, so the tank, you get on the tank, and according to one of the Marines that are on your tank, you learn that tank beats ghost, tank beats hunter, tank beats everything. Oh man, I could do this all day.
Good for that guy. Good for that guy.
Yeah. Then he probably, yeah, then
leaving him in the tank.
Yeah, and he probably dies on the tank because he's sitting on it.
That's not my problem.
No, it's not. Anyway. Yeah, so you go through and you destroy the Covenant defenses by tanking them. Yeah, so...
Literally tanking.
Yes, with a tank. You're throwing a tank at the... You take this tank to a bit of an indoor section where you're basically just turning on a bridge for some other forces. You turn on the bridge, you go out into the open, and you go into this open area where there is another scarab. And you gotta kill it. Or it's gonna kill you. You blow it up. The shipmaster's like, I could see that ship from orbit. Good job. And you go up some stairs at the ramp. It's a ramp, it's not stairs. You go up a ramp. Go up a ramp. And you go into a Forerunner building to secure Lake Hartarga-Refer. Lake Hartarga-Refer reveals Truth's location. Oh no.
Oh. Is it bad?
No, it's bad for him, not for us. It's great for us. We want to know where he is.
What if I didn't want to know where he is?
Well, that sucks to be you.
Dang.
So once you figure out where Truth is, obviously...
My betrayal of humanity.
Betrayal. Yeah, so once you figure out where Truth is, you go get him. You're gonna get him. You when you fucking get him.
Me when I fucking get you.
Me when I fucking get you. So the main point of this level is to stop Truth from shooting those dang rings. Making those dang rings go boom. Big old boom. So essentially there is 3 towers in this area surrounding a central area where ring can go boom. Right? And these towers have a sort of shield surrounding that central area that you gotta shut off. So basically, you have 3 teams and 3 towers. Each team goes to a tower. Master Chief has a team. Arbiter has a team, unless you're playing co-op, and then he doesn't. And then Johnson has a team. So you go into the tower. You fight the Covenant in the tower. You get up to the tower. You hit the off button. You did it. You go over. Your view, I suppose, goes over and sees that the Arbiter and or Elite's team shuts their thing off as like, it's all up to Johnson's team now. Johnson?
Johnson.
Johnson. So Johnson failed. Johnson got yoinked, in fact, again. You thought Cortana was the damsel of this game. You were wrong.
It's Johnson in a dress.
It's Johnson in a dress.
Good for him.
Good for him. I'm sure it'd be beautiful. I'm sure he wouldn't hate it at all.
Master Chief, get me out of this fucking ship. They keep putting me in different dresses.
This is human clothes, yes? Ah!
This is human clothes, yes?
Do I look pretty in this to you? God damn it. Yeah, so Johnson didn't do the do and got yoinked, so you gotta go turn off his button and then stop him from being yoinked. So you go to stop his button and you realize very quickly why he failed, because his is way harder to deal with than anyone else's was. Why did he go to that one? I don't know. So you get up eventually and you boop the button. You boop the button. And then guess who shows up?
Johnson.
No.
Somehow.
Is it? Gravemind.
Yes.
I'm a genius.
Yes, you are. I guess. Good job.
Every dog has his day.
Yeah, so, High Charity, what used to be the Prophet's holy city, a massive fucking structure, comes careening from the sky. Bits of it flying everywhere. One of those bits, very massive, plows through one of the elite's ships and sends it into the earth. Another one of the bits, a bit of a tinier bit, crashes through your window. It's a flood level now. Suffer. Yippee. So you gotta fight the flood on the way back down and throughout the rest of this. So you go kick the shit out of some flood, kick the shit out of some covenant. And yeah. So you go to the thing, you go to the center. The Citadel. You go to the Citadel.
Massive.
And there you fight the Reapers.
No. There you fight on a mountain with, guess what, more scarabs. But this time you do it in a ship, which is a different way of taking them down, because, fun fact, you can shoot the back off of it and then just shoot their little heart thing from there. You don't need to hit the legs, so it goes a little faster. But yeah, so you take them down, you land on the bridge that takes you to the Citadel, and you get in the Citadel. And you start walking in. You see the Prophet of Truth on screen, sort of talking to his boys. His little cult people, little cult lads. Yeah, basically trying to, like, Ampababa is like, look, my faithful stand firm. Though our enemies crowd around us, we tread the blessed path. In a moment I will light the rings, and all who believe shall be saved. You know, and it's just like, don't do that. Oh no.
This can only be fun.
Commander Keys then proceeds to ask the Master Chief, just like, how close are you to this guy? Because it sounds like he's about to do the thing. And the Master Chief's like looking up at this massive structure, and it is massive. And they're on the first floor, and the Prophet of Truth's on the top floor. And the Master Chief is kind of like, we're not close enough. So you go up the thing, and we cut to Johnson, who's been kidnapped, in fact.
Kidnapped and yassified.
What we encounter is essentially he is trying to get the brutes in the room to kill him. He's trying to get them to kill him because, as we have established, the only people that can actually activate anything Forerunner are human beings. Which is why they yoinked him, so they could have him hit the button and then do the thing. And so he's taunting them. He's like, he's getting beat up by him, and he's like, oh, is that the best you got? Impress me. The Prophet's like, stop it, you idiots. He wants you to kill him. So we need him. Important line. Sergeant Johnson says, what's the matter, Big Shot? Can't start your own party? And the Prophet of Truth says, I admit I need your help. But that secret dies with all the rest. Commander Keyes proceeds to crash a pelican through a window. Lands in the room.
Classic Keys.
Classic Keyes.
Meanwhile,
Shoots
pelican into window.
shoots
Meanwhile,
one.
you guys check out this thick grip.
I can do a kickflip with this.
I'm gonna drift a pelican.
I'm gonna drift pelican. Deja vu window smashing noise. But anyway, she crashes into the room, shoots the brute. She's like, Johnson, status. And Johnson's like, get the fuck out of here. And Commander Keyes is like, not without you. And Prophet of Truth's like, you can't kill them all. The room's full of brutes. What are you gonna do? You're both just little guys. What are you gonna do? And Commander Keyes is like, you're right. Points the gun at Johnson. Johnson's like, fucking do it. Me and then you. And then she hesitates and gets shot in the back by the Prophet of Truth with a needler and dies.
That's unceremonious.
Yes, Johnson obviously is upset by this. He says, no. He tries to go to her. The brutes are like, nah, fam, you could come over here and the button.
What a sweet button. Don't you think your dead friend wanted you to hit this button?
And here we get the even more important line in this scene. Prophet of Truth walks up to Johnson, who's being basically forced onto this console, and says, your forefathers wisely set aside their compassion, steeled themselves for what needed to be done. I see now why they left you behind. You were weak, and gods must be strong. Anyway, just makes Johnson hit the button.
I'm just a guy.
Can't just drop a line that fucking cold and then end the cutscene.
Cutscene doesn't end there.
Oh.
Johnson hits the button, and the view pans out to all of the rings turning on. Now, the rings aren't in this room. It's a bunch of holographic representations of the rings, but still the rings turning on. Not good.
It's still pants-shittingly terrifying.
Yes. At this point, we see Master Chief and Arbiter come up into the room on an elevator. And they're like, ah, fuck, the rings are on. And they go to start walking through, and Flood land in front of them. Flood land in front of them. Which, obviously, they raised their guns to that. And the Flood are like, wait. You don't want them to turn on the rings. We don't want them to turn on the rings. Make a little truce for a minute. We help you. You stop them. Good. Yeah. Okay. So for the first time in existence,
enemy mine.
Yes, for the first time in existence, the Flood are your friends.
And not food.
No, Flood was never food. You were the Flood's food.
You don't want to eat Flood.
You don't want to eat Flood.
Flood I ate.
Cool.
I'm fine.
I don't know.
I've never felt better, in fact.
If you start speaking in rhymes, I will shoot you with a shotgun.
I'm not that good at rhyming.
Okay. Stay that way.
That doesn't mean you're not gonna try.
So So yeah, you go through the room with the flood. This is one of the lines where the Prophet of Truth's Scottish sort of comes out. He's getting a little desperate here. It tries because you can see him on holograms throughout this level. And he basically, how could I have known the parasite would follow? Undoubtedly, this is the heretic's doing. Lets it slip a little bit. It's great. He's basically trying to do the thing he does where he's like, oh my god! Lies.
Let me just make up a bunch of shit.
Holy shit, guys! I knew the Arbiter was a traitor all along. Holy fuck! I connected the dots. As you can see on my holographic corkboard full of red lines, it all goes back to him.
He's in the middle of it. Ignore the mustache.
Ignore the mustache.
Yeah, if we had an animation budget, we'd have this picture with a bunch of like a random shit thrown in the background, like a bunch of random junk in his room. One of them is a Master Chief plushie, of course.
I mean, what else? Yeah.
Oh my god. We ever get famous enough, animate that. It probably won't happen, but it'd be funny as hell if it did.
It would be funny as hell.
Yes. Now, you get to where truth is. And Johnson. And Johnson's basically just like, man, Commander Keys is dead and this is making me sad. She was
Really?
like my friend.
Tell me more.
She was my good friend, and now she is dead, and no.
I should make dead good friend.
Yeah, now she is dead good friend. So he picks up her body and carries it into the Pelican. She crashes it through the window to sort of get out of there. Master Chief and Arbiter find the Prophet of Truth, having already been infected by the flood. Prophet of Truth trying to salvage this as best as he can, tries to lie to the Arbiter, who, if you remember, he ordered to be kicked down a well.
It was just a prank.
It was just a prank, bro. It was just a prank. And he's like,
Didn't mean it.
It was the Prophet of Truth is like, can't you see, Arbiter? The moment of salvation is at hand. And the Arbiter's just like, it will not last. Prophet of Truth goes, your kind never believed in the promise of the sacred ring. Gravemind takes over Truth for a second here. Lies for the weak, beacons for the deluded. The Arbiter's like, I will have my revenge on a prophet, not a plague. Prophet of Truth, my feet tread the path. I shall become a god. Gravemind takes over again, saying, you will be food, nothing more. Meanwhile, Master Chief just sort of waddles up to the button and pushes it again. Truth's like, no! My button!
What the fuck, bro?
What the fuck, bro?
Can't believe it can just be undone like that.
And then Truth's struggling to keep his consciousness, life, whatever Gravemind's currently trying to eat from him. The prophet goes, I am...
There's worms in this brain.
No. I am truth, the voice of the covenant. Arbiter proceeds to tightly grab this man around the fucking neck and goes, "And so you must be silenced," and stabs him. And he's dead. He kills him, he's dead.
Stab him like a lot more.
No, he stabs him the one time. Through the back. All the way through the back. I'm pretty sure
Okay,
like
well,
90% of that
that's
sword
enough.
went through his goddamn sternum. That man dead as hell.
So it's not a Julius Caesar reference.
No. It's quite literally grabs him by the neck from behind, stabs sword all the way through, pulls out, does a warrior yell. Man is dead. So you know how the Flood were your friends?
Not anymore.
No, not anymore.
This is why I don't have friends.
Gravemind lets out a horrifically maniacal laugh. And in his Gravemind way goes, "Now the gate has been unlatched, headstones pushed aside, corpses shift and offer room, a fate you must abide." But one of his big old tentacle things fucking slaps Johnson's ship out of here. Like, nah, these two are mine. Get the fuck out of here. And of course, the Arbiter makes the comment of, "We trade one villain for another." So now you gotta fight the Flood. You fight the Flood through the room. You jump down a hole. You jump down a hole. You go to another cutscene where Master Chief starts saying some shit. Now, throughout the game, there have been these little interruptions while you're playing where Cortana sort of talks to you, maybe, saying some cryptic shit.
You know, like you do.
Like you do. After you fall down this hole, however, Master Chief kind of walks down the hallway and just sees Cortana walking down the hallway, and he's like, "The fuck?" and follows that, and Arbiter's just like, What? What is it? Just sort of follows him, really confused. Cortana keeps following Cortana down the hall. And at the end of the hall, a door opens to reveal this massive, unfinished structure rising from the middle of the arc. The first Halo ring. The arc not only remote detonates every ring all at once, it also makes new ones when you break them.
This is fine.
I don't know about that. I feel like past
It's fine.
5 episodes of the Halo podcast have been leading up to the Halo rings not being good. In fact, one might even call them bad.
Okay, but you have to fire the Halos eventually. It's called Halo. You can't just not fire the Halo.
I mean, I can't disagree with that.
You can blow them up. That's what we've been
But that's
doing.
not firing them. You should call the game name, the series name, Explosion then.
Explosion. Blow up Halo. Blow up Halo, the second one.
Blow up Halo again.
Blow up Halo again.
I'm looking forward to Halo 6. It's just called Halo 6, the one where we blow up the Halo ring. All of them. For real this time.
This time it's for the money.
For real this time?
For real this time. But yeah. So, 343 Guilty Spark suddenly shows up, and Master Chief's like, when the fuck did you know about this? Like, CLC's probably like, just now. But, you know, I was hoping for it. What are you gonna do about it? And Master Chief says, light it. Guilty Spark's like, oh, fuck yeah, that's what I wanted to do. Finally. He says it more regally than that, but it's funnier to say fucking finally. I make a thing go boom. Now, the unfortunate thing about a Halo ring in this instance, you need a key.
We have one. She just died.
No, she didn't. You just gotta go get her. The next level is the most flood level you could flood. Because who has?
Can't believe you put more flood level in my flood level.
Because
I love flood level.
I love it so much. Because you know that Cortana has the index. And you know that you promised to go get her. So you go get her. You land in the what remains of the holy city, Prophet's holy city, High Charity, or the Floodland, I guess now. And you gotta go in, and you gotta get her, and you gotta get out. That is the whole point of this entire level.
Can you believe they put more flood level in your flood level?
Yeah. Now.
They also put less Cortana in the flood levels.
Yes.
Or is it more Cortana since she's all there?
I think Cortana interrupts you more in this segment because what is essentially happening is the Gravemind is trying to make her fucking break. Lose her fucking mind. And so you're basically listening to that process until you get to her. It's supposed to be I got your friend, I'm gonna torture them. But anyway, important line again from the Gravemind this time. Because Gravemind also interrupts you in this segment. Because it can.
He's just around.
He's just around. All around you, in fact.
Everywhere.
That's everywhere. You were in him, actually. Really think about it.
I don't want to.
You don't have to. Anyway, important line. Child of my enemy, why have you come? I offer no forgiveness. A father's sins pass to his son. You beat up the flood. You beat up the flood. Gravemind is interrupting you this entire time. He's like, oh, you came for her. We exist together now. Two corpses in one grave. And it's basically just Gravemind and Cortana haunting you the whole time. I mean, it's clear Cortana doesn't want to torment you. She's just getting eaten by Gravemind, basically.
Ever be consumed alive in order to torture one of your good friends?
Yeah.
I know it feels to drive the Ford F-150.
Yeah, so the further you get in, the angrier Gravemind gets, because he starts off like, oh, you came for the lady. Oh, I'm gonna be an asshole. Fuck you. You know. Towards the middle, closer to the end, but towards the middle, he starts getting a little angry. Time has taught me patience, but basking in new freedom, I will know all that I possess.
No less.
You getting upset?
No less and die.
No less and die. Keeps going. Submit and torment and my own. It keeps going. Keep going. Gravemind again. You will show me what she hides, or I shall feast upon your bones. Anyway, you get to Cortana, and Cortana's like, man, I'm fucked up. And Master Chief's like, yeah, but I got you, though. And Cortana's like, You do got me though. And she's like, "How we getting out of here?" And Master Chief's like, "Thought I'd try shooting my way out. Mix things up a little." Put her in your head, and you shoot your way out, as you said you would.
No, mix things up a little.
You also blow up the reactor room.
This is fine.
So you're blown up by Charity. Gravemind is upsetty spaghetti, obviously, because you just blew up his house.
It was a shit house.
It was a shit house.
It was so damp and moist in there. The mold damage was, frankly, it was unrecoverable.
Not to mention the OSHA violations.
Yeah.
Not even remotely up to code.
Not even a little bit. So, you get out. Arbiter helps you at the end, or is with you. Again, depending on co-op. And you fucking leave. And a pelican and the Gravemind tries to take you back, and you're like, "Fuck you." I fly away. You got Cortana back. You did it. Woo!
Hurrah!
Yippee! Anyway, your next mission's simple. Light the ring. So you gotta light the ring.
This is fine.
Yeah, you gotta light the ring that's in the middle of the arc right now. Most people leave at this point. It's just the main gang. Because, you know, there's gonna be a big boom. So you don't want too many people to die.
Yeah, just the most important ones.
Yeah.
You want key figures to perish.
Yes. So yeah, you land on the newly made Halo ring, installation 04 version 2. And you basically go. You go and you go to get to the place where you activate the thing. Now, you blew up High Charity. You blew up the shit out of High Charity.
Yeah.
You may be thinking, did I kill the Gravemind?
Probably not.
Did you think me defeated? Flood rained down from the sky. You're fighting more flood, and more flood, and more flood. Dear God, the number of flood you are fighting. It's a flood of them.
I get it, because they're called the Flood.
Yeah. Good job.
Called the land.
It's the flood's deranged cousin. The land. But anyway.
So, Lena, would you say that the Gravemind broke open the floodgates?
Yes.
Excellent.
Yeah, okay, so your team consists of Master Chief, Corntan, Jansen, Arbiter, Guilty Spark. That's all. That's who you got. You're basically trying to get up this tower. Johnson's trying to help you by shooting Flood with a Spartan laser like a goddamn maniac. You get to the door and you're like, "Hey, Guilty Spark, open the door." Guilty Spark, being the protocol following bastard he is like, "I can't open the door. There's Flood here. You gotta kill them all." And Johnson's like, "God, fuck, king damn it, fine." So you gotta kill all the Flood. You kill all the Flood in the area. Guilty Spark opens the door. You walk through the door, you get to the fucking room, you get a room, and you give Johnson Cortana so that he can turn on the thing, and then you can fucking go. You can fucking go. So what happens next is Guilty Spark.
Good question.
Guilty Spark comes up to the gang and goes, "Oh, hello! Wonderful news! The installation is almost complete." And Johnson goes, "Terrific." And Guilty Spark goes, "Yes, isn't it? I have begun my simulations. No promises, but initial results indicate that this facility should be ready to fire in just a few more days." Johnson says, "We don't have a few more days," and starts hitting the buttons to turn it on. And Guilty Spark goes, but a premature firing will destroy the Ark." And Johnson says, "Deal with it." Guilty Spark then shoots Johnson in the fucking face with a laser. This obviously hurts.
Is Guilty Spark considered having, like, using that against, like, the Flood?
He does if they get close enough to him.
But only if they get close enough.
Yeah.
So he's not very proactive, is what I'm hearing.
Yes.
No.
I mean, the entire
No,
first
he
game.
isn't.
Not much of a team player, is he?
No. In the entire library section of the first game, it's just like, "Hey, you, Reclaimer, get over here. Go through the library with me. I'm gonna abandon you sometimes. We."
What?
"Oh, hello," to an army of floods. But anyway, Guilty Spark does the thing he did in the first game again, where he's like, "You can't blow up the ring. Stop it. That's against protocol." And starts, and the Arbiter runs into the room like, "What the fuck is happening?" And the Guilty Spark fucking blasts him too.
Arbiter runs into the room like, "What the fuck is a kilometer?"
It's a unit of measurement.
Laser. Master Chief tries to get up because Guilty Spark also shot him, and gets shot again. And
Man, is he considered not getting shot?
Guilty Spark sort of meanders up to him and says the most important line in this entire franchise: "You are the child of my makers, inheritor of all they left behind. You are Forerunner, but this ring is mine." In case it hasn't become apparent, humans are Forerunners.
Yes.
Humans are Forerunners. Humans are Forerunners. I want you to ingrain that. I want you to ingrain that in your brain, because it is going to become a fucking problem next time we talk about this.
Specifically.
Yes. We're descendants of them. We are Forerunner. That's what he says specifically.
He does say specifically you're a Forerunner. Well, like from like a genetic perspective, we share enough common DNA with them still that all our hands activate their stuff.
Yes, but like my point is, full on confirmation we're Forerunner.
Yeah.
This is going to be a point next time we talk about Halo.
The thing that I want to like kind of allude to is the idea that like humanity does not look at all like Forerunners used to.
Mm-hmm.
Which I think is such a neat idea, and they don't do anything with it.
Yeah.
So like no one from Forerunner time, which I guess is just whatever AIs are left, like Guilty Spark, don't immediately recognize you as Forerunner, because you just look like some other guy.
I mean, they do though.
Like instantly?
That happens in Combat Evolved. You're fucking swept away by Guilty Spark, and he's like, "Ah, you're a reclaimer. Come here. We're gonna get the index. And we're gonna hit the button because the flood's back." There's no moment of what are you scanning? Ah, no, it's instant. Boom.
Although let's be real, do Guilty Spark's probably always scanning.
I mean, I get, but the machinery recognizes immediately what you are.
Yeah. Okay, I misremembered then.
Yes. The only time that the Forerunner tech starts attacking you is when it's become apparent you're gonna blow up the thing they're on, and that's a big no-no.
It starts attacking you at the command of the guy who runs it, if you can
Yeah,
call him a guy.
because you're a criminal, not because they're racist.
Because you're
Yeah.
a criminal.
I mean, yeah, it's like you're trying to blow
People are a
up the
criminal,
ring
yeah.
that makes you a criminal in their protocol. Anyway, Guilty Spark starts shooting the shit out of you. You're trying to shoot the shit out of him. You can't lay a finger on him. Guilty Spark is like, this is my ring. I kept it safe. It belongs to me. Johnson says, not for long. He didn't die yet, and shoots that fucker with the Spartan laser.
Hell yeah. Fuck that guy.
He goes flying off into the distance. You run up to Johnson, and Johnson's like, gives you his fucking Spartan laser and goes, kick his ass. You shoot the lad with the laser. You shoot the lad with the laser. You shoot the lad with the... He's dead. You blew him up.
I'm so mad that this guy takes 3 lasers to die, but like does no fighting. And he has his own face laser.
Yeah. And then we get the sadness. We get the sadness, lads. We get the sadness. Johnson, Master Chief runs over to Johnson and he says, I'm getting you out of here. And Johnson says, no, you're not. Gives Master Chief back Cortana and goes, don't let her go. Don't ever let her go. Send me out with a bang. And then he dies. No. Anyway. Master Chief, for one of the first times ever, is not okay. Visibly. Like, he wasn't okay the other times, but like this time he's just like he's just like, Cortana's like, Chief, I am so sorry. And he's just looking at the ground. He's just not happy. He's just...
Johnson, why couldn't you become best friends with another Covenant and get off this ring like they did the first one?
He doesn't say anything. He just stares at the floor. So Cortana activates...
This floor is like red now.
This floor is all I have left. Meanwhile, Arbiter's like, hey, I'm here. I've been here the whole time.
Sam Reich!
But yeah, Cortana hits the on button, and Master Chief has one last moment of being sad, and then the room starts collapsing, and he's like, oh fuck, oh shit, oh fuck, oh shit. Your final goal in the game, get the fuck out.
Just like all the other ones.
Get the fuck out as fast as you fucking can. You run out of the building. You're fighting all the kinds of things. And Cortana's like, how the fuck are we gonna get out of here? And she's like, oh, I think there's a ship. There's a ship before it until dawn. It's still here. We can do the thing. And they're like, well, how are we gonna get there in time? They see Johnson's warthog. It's still there. And they're like, oh, fuck, we can use this. And Arbiter's like, even in death, your sergeant guides us home.
He's just that cool.
He's just that cool. So I'll get on the warthog, and you fucking gun it. You gun it. You fucking gun it as hard as you have ever gunned it before. Everything's crashing around you.
In this game about gunning it.
Panels are fucking exploding everywhere. Cortana's over here like, this fucker is at 70%. Go, you motherfucker, please. Speed, speed, speed. At some point, you get to the forward until dawn. You see the fucking shit-ass ramp you gotta use to jump into the fucking hangar with your goddamn warthog. Cortana tells you to gun it, Chief, jump! You jump the warthog. The in-game gameplay doesn't look like you're gonna make it, but it's okay because you get to a cutscene where you do. You fucking tumble into... You fucking tumble into that goddamn ship. Something shifts on the ring. The dawn shifts a little bit. A bunch of stuff shifts around in there. The Arbiter almost gets crushed by a tank, but he's fine. Arbiter runs to the front of the ship. Cortana starts piloting in the fucking back. And everyone's like, we better make it. We better make it. We better fucking make it. Okay. And Cortana says, if we don't make it, and Master Chief's like, we'll make it. We're gonna make it. Cortana says, it's been an honor serving with you, John, which is the first time his name's actually said.
Can't believe his name is John from the Bible.
Yeah, it's just...
It's John Johnson.
John Johnson. John Chief Master. Anyway. The Halo ring go boom. The hangar is engulfed in a white light.
John Chief, comma master.
So
You've done it again.
So on Earth, they're around a hillside. There's a bunch of Marines around this sort of makeshift memorial. Lord Hood is giving a speech about how these people sacrificed their lives so that humanity could live on in peace. Like the storm's passed, the war's over for us, but it's not, it didn't end for them, you know. Make an whole speech, and then they do the whole Marines shoot bullet into air for dead people thing, like an amount of them. The Arbiter's there. Lord Hood isn't happy with the Arbiter. He says, I remember how this war started, what your kind did to mine. I can't forgive you, but you have my thanks for standing by him to the end.
Friendship!
Yeah, so basically, it goes to this part of the memorial that has... Hood's looking at a particular part of the memorial, and he says, hard to believe he's dead. And the Arbiter goes, were it so easy? The elites are like, bro, I want to go home. And the Arbiter's like, then we can go home, bro. And they're like, oh, cool. It's awesome, dude. And they go home.
Finally. I miss my wife.
And I miss my
wife, Tails. I miss her a lot.
I miss my wife, Lord Hood. I miss her a lot. I'll be back. Anyway, so the camera then cuts to a certain portion of the memorial that has 117 etched into it. And then the credits roll.
And then the IP gets sold.
And then, after the credits, he's alive. Of course he's alive. He's not dead. They wouldn't kill him. So basically what happened here is that they got to the portal. At least the first half of the ship got through the portal. The second half got cut off because the portal was being made by the Ark, and when you blow up the thing that's making the signal to make the portal do, it doesn't do anymore. So, what is essentially the case for Master Chief and Cortana here is they are in half of a ship that cannot propel itself because it's half of a ship. At outside of the galaxy, stranded in what is now empty space because they blew up the Ark. So, now you do know for a fact that Gravemind was on the Ark, and you blew the shit up out of that. So, Flood are done. The Flood are very done. They're very dead. It's all done. It's all finished. And basically what happens is, Cortana's like, I'll drop a beacon, but it's gonna take years for people to find us. And Master Chief's getting into a little cryopod bed and is like, wake me up when you need me, and then takes a nap. And then it ends.
Cortana, I'm Evie.
Cortana, it's past my bedtime.
What are you talking about? It's past my bedtime. And the cryo chamber's like slowly closing. I go eep. EP. Anyway, that's 3.
Is that Halo 3?
That's Halo 3.
Wow.
We did it. But yeah, so a lot happening in this game. Mostly because it is the end of a trilogy. At least what it was supposed to be the end of a trilogy.
It can be the end of the trilogy, and also there can be more after.
Yes.
Those are not mutually exclusive ideas.
That is true.
In practice. Or in concept.
In concept. But yes, so that's the end of the 3 main Bungie games. And in fact, that's the end of all of the Bungie games. After
Bungie never made anything ever again.
Bungie went on to Destiny, which I've been told we'll talk about eventually.
We can talk about it whenever now, because I finally finished the final shape.
Oh, good. Yeah. What was that?
I dropped something.
Okay. Anyway, but yeah, after this, Bungie moves on to make other things, and Microsoft brings in 343 Industries.
They create 343 Industries.
Still bring them into existence. But yeah, so this final game is good. It is good. It ties up all of the bits of this trilogy section. It has a lot of fun in it. It has a lot of sad in it. Johnson's fucking dead, man. I am sad. It will never make me not sad. He's so cool. And then he dies. And he's still cool as he's dying. And he's still cool after he's dead. But that's a staple of Halo. Everyone dies.
Everyone dies.
Everyone dies. Except for a select few, everyone dies.
What a shame.
What a shame. But yeah, the grave mine's really fun here. Instead of showing up just the one time ever, it's throughout the game. And I love all of his quotes. They're all amazing. And then anything else? The elites are cool.
I can't think of anything. Unless
Yeah.
you want to talk more about like the end question mark somehow.
Yes.
I mean, I think that like this is a pretty decent ending to an initial trilogy because it's a sort of it's a The Adventure Continues ending because Chief's just in space somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
You can put anything out there.
Yeah.
Isn't
Anything.
he? Okay, so hang on. He cause they were leaving the Ark and he got cut off on the other side of the world. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Does that mean he's not in the Milky Way right now?
Yes.
Yeah, you can put anything there.
Yeah.
In science fiction, you can put anything there.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it's a good ending. I like it because it's an ending, but it also opens it to like maybe something else will happen.
That's why Master Chief is canonically in Fortnite.
That's how we got there.
You can put anything in there.
Yeah.
That's how we got into Fortnite. He just fell into...
He astral projected during his cryo sleep to go to Fortnite.
I mean, how else? How else would you get there, honestly?
Honestly, how else would anyone get in Fortnite? I'm pretty sure everyone that's in Fortnite astral projects themselves into the gladiatorial combat arena of pastel colors.
I've had people tell me that there is a lore reason, but I straight up do not believe that.
The trailer I saw had him come out of a freezer.
Sounds like something he would do.
Yeah. Is there a
In lieu of a
Fortnite?
cryopod.
Is there a Fortnite lore reason why the Master Chief's in Fortnite?
I don't know.
Why
People have
is
told me
the
that.
Master Chief in Fortnite? Tell me.
Like there's a link that leads to the longest fan fiction in existence.
No.
Like, yeah, it's in there somewhere.
The longest fanfiction in existence currently is probably not the Smash Bros. One anymore.
Okay, maybe I need to add lore on the end of that.
No, we don't.
Master Chief Wiki. There's a Fortnite wiki for him. Oh my god, I forgot. So y'all know about the series Red vs. Blue?
Yes.
Yeah.
They're in the game.
Oh yeah, they are, aren't they?
Yeah. There's a little secret section in the underground base part, where you can go, where you go over and you see this guy knocking on a door and another guy behind the door, and he won't let him in. He's like, open the door, dude. And this other guy's like, I don't know. What if there's brutes out there? And he's like, there's no brutes out here. Just let me in. He's just like, that's what the brutes would want you to say. And it's basically just these two fighting over opening the door. And it's a whole bit. I unfortunately don't remember the whole thing because I've only ever encountered it once because I keep forgetting which way to go to find it. But it's a very funny moment. I'm sure if you look it up, you'll be able to figure out how to find it, and then you can go and witness the funny. So that's a fun little Easter egg in the game. Also, that ODST guy that's also an actor is in 3. Very briefly, like one voice line. You don't even see him, but he's there. Somewhere. Anything else I know about the game? Not really. No, nothing major anyway. I know it was the first instance of like true Halo multiplayer. But that's about it. So I guess we're done.
Do you want to know? I forgot how we. I forgot why I started looking up what the longest English work of literature is again.
Because I was talking about the lore reason why everything's in Fortnite.
Oh, that's right.
But yeah, I guess we're done. So Peter?
Yeah, give me a sec. Cole, occupy the dead air.
So I'm trying to find the longest work of English. First of all, to make it very clear, the longest piece of English written work that's currently been written is all options are fan fiction. But which one actually counts as the longest is actually a point of somewhat a point of contention, because technically the one by word count that is the longest is the Loud House Revamped, which is someone trying to basically rewrite a 2016 Nickelodeon cartoon with their OC inserted into it. But they're also just straight up lifting full text from entire episodes without changing anything, or just like adding in their guy in the background. And like, does that really count?
I would say
like,
no.
I'm on the because I'm on the board of like fan fiction is adjacent at least to original fiction. I certainly think that it takes a similar amount of creative effort at least. But like when you're just writing in the transcript of the episode.
Well, okay, because that's not really writing a fanfic at that point. That's just plagiarism.
You didn't write that.
You're just stealing someone else's work and shoving it in your fanfic, which is not. I would say that doesn't count because that's not your work. You took someone else's work and put it in your work to lengthen it. I guess it's just that doesn't count to me.
The other option here listed is Ambience of Fleet Symphony, which is apparently at 4.55 million words, which is no longer being updated. I do not know what that one is. The one that used to hold the title that I am familiar with is Subspace Emissary World's Conquest at 4.10 million words, which is, I think, also no longer being updated, which is a Super Smash Bros. Brawl fanfiction.
Well, no wonder it's so massive.
Yeah, it was Fortnite before Fortnite.
Oh my god.
That was my childhood. If you transposed me into... If I was born way later, I would be too into Fortnite in the same way I was too into Smash Bros. Brawl.
Yeah. Anyway, here's the sound.
I'm just gonna let this play. This is good. Aww.
I thought it was thematically appropriate.
It is thematically appropriate. Thank you very much.